Truck prices in 2025 are insane. You walk onto a dealership lot today, and even the cheap trucks start at $45,000 before fees. But here's the reality nobody on YouTube wants to say out loud. You don't need $45,000 to get a good truck, not even close. And if you're broke or just tired of being ripped off by new car pricing, there are 5 trucks that still deliver reliability, strength, long-term durability, and the kind of repair costs that don't destroy your savings account. And the best part? These 5 trucks don't care about your credit score, the economy, or whether the new models just came out. They're cheap, they're tough, and they're some of the smartest financial decisions on the road today. So, let's break down the 5 best trucks to buy when you're broke. And stick around, because number 1 is the truck mechanics themselves tell their kids to buy. Real long-term reliability data, mechanic recommendations, parts availability and cost, actual repair history, how much truck you get for the least amount of money. Let's get started with number 5, a truck that went from underrated to quietly unstoppable. Number 5, the Toyota Tundra. 2007 to 2016, the unbreakable workhorse. Most people think Toyota trucks only mean the Tacoma, but the Tundra? The Tundra is the best cheap full-size truck almost nobody talks about, and that makes it one of the smartest buys when you're on a tight budget. Why it's perfect when you're broke. The 4.7-liter and 5.7-liter V8 engines regularly pass 300,000 to 400,000 miles. Parts are affordable and everywhere. Mechanics call it the Honda Civic of full-size trucks. No small turbo engines equals no catastrophic failures. And here's the best part. While new trucks break down from over-engineered electronics, the older Tundra keeps everything simple. Simple equals reliable. Simple equals cheap to fix. Simple equals you get a truck that works. Real-world cost advantage. A used 2008 to 2013 Tundra can be found between $10,000 to $18,000, depending on mileage and condition. That's half what a similar Silverado or F-150 goes for. The only downside, fuel economy. But if you're broke, trust me, it's better to spend $20 more on gas than lose $2,000 on a failed turbo or transmission. If you think the Tundra is a smart buy, just wait. Number 4 is even cheaper, even simpler, and the favorite truck of budget-conscious rural workers for over a decade. Number 4, the Nissan Frontier, 2005 to 2021. Now reads the most overlooked cheap truck in America. This truck is the definition of underrated. It doesn't have hype. It doesn't dominate commercials. But here's the thing. The Frontier is one of the cheapest, reliable trucks you can buy. Ask any mechanic what they love about old Frontiers. They're simple. They're durable. They almost never break. And when they do, it costs pennies to fix. Why it's perfect when you're broke. The 4.0-liter V6 is almost impossible to kill. Most repairs cost less than $300. Transmission is old school, long-lasting, and predictable. Used models often sell for $6,000 to $15,000. Yes, you can get a solid, dependable truck for $6,000. In 2025, that's practically a miracle. Who it's perfect for? Older drivers, new truck owners, anyone who needs something reliable without a high price. But if you want something that feels a little newer, with a better ride, more comfort, and still bulletproof reliability, that's exactly what number 3 delivers. Number 3, the Ford F-150, 2012 to 2014, 5.0 V8 only. America's best-selling truck, but only in this version. Let's be clear, not every F-150 is a good choice when you're broke. EcoBoost? Too complicated. High-tech trims? Too fragile. Turbo lag plus expensive sensors equals big repair bills. But here's the secret every mechanic knows. The 5.0-liter V8 F-150 from 2012 to 2014 is one of the best cheap trucks in America. Why the 5.0 V8 is the smart version. Naturally aspirated strong transmission lifespan. Cheap easy parts can hit 300,000 plus miles with basic maintenance. A used one runs around $9,000 to $18,000 depending on mileage. If something breaks, every shop in America knows how to fix it. And because Ford sold millions of these, parts cost almost nothing. What to avoid? EcoBoost 3.5. Expensive failures. High mileage fleet trucks with poor maintenance stick to the 5.0 V8 and you're golden. But number 2? Number 2 is the truck people forget exists. And that's exactly why it's one of the smartest buys when you're broke. Number 2, the Chevy Silverado 1500. 2008 to 2013, 4.8-liter or 5.3-liter V8, the underdog that lasts forever. Silverados have had their issues over the years, but there is a sweet spot in a specific era where they were at their absolute best. And if you're broke, this is the Chevy you want. What makes it so good? The 4.8 and 5.3 V8 engines are legendary, inexpensive common parts. Easy DIY repairs, strong frame, and solid towing ability. Rust is the only real enemy. This truck can be a $6,000 steal if you know where to look. look. Why it's great for a tight budget. Silverados from these years are everywhere. And when a truck is everywhere, the parts are cheap. And when parts are cheap, you save money every single year you own it. The biggest reason it's on the list, these trucks don't need fancy care. They're not picky. You can beat them, haul with them, use them for work, and they just keep going. But number one is the king. The cheapest to own, the hardest to kill, and the truck mechanics recommend more than any other when money is tight. Number 1, the Toyota Tacoma, 2005 to 2015. The best cheap truck on earth, according to everyone. No surprises here, but for good reason. The Toyota Tacoma is the undisputed king of budget trucks. Not because it's the fastest, not because it's the prettiest, but because it does something almost no modern truck can do. It gives you reliability without compromise. Why the Tacoma is number 1 when you're broke. Engines last 400,000 miles. Transmissions last even longer. Holds value like crazy. Repairs are cheap. Problems are rare. These trucks have a cult following because they've earned it. Older Tacomas from 2005 to 2010 can be found for $10,000 to $18,000. And even a rough one is still a better long-term investment than most new trucks filled with tech that breaks every other month. Mechanics love them because they almost never come into the shop. When they do, it's usually something small. They age better than almost any truck ever built. If you're truly broke or trying to avoid being broke, this is the safest truck purchase you can make. Not everyone can afford a $50,000 truck. Not everyone wants 12 touchscreens and fragile sensors. And not everyone wants to buy something that becomes a financial mistake the second the warranty ends. But these 5 trucks, they're the opposite of a mistake. They're trucks that start every day, cost little to repair, last decades, and stretch every dollar you spend if you're broke or you simply want the best deal possible. Stick to these trucks and your wallet will thank you. If this helped you dodge a bad purchase, hit that like button. If you want more trusted car rankings, subscribe so you never miss the next video. And in the comments, tell me, which truck are you thinking about buying next? Thanks for watching.